Phenomenal, phenomenal morning. I swear I'm gonna hire somebody to help me with that kind of stuff. Echoes and stuff. It's all good. It's all good. It is presently 7:08 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on this beautiful Thursday, February 9th, 2023. And I'm ready to go. Just about. Excuse me, let me clear my throat. Let me clear my throat. Who made that song? I forgot. All right. If y'all want to party like us, let me hear you say, I. Let me clear my throat. Ain't that how I go? Anyway, phenomenal morning. Listen, when I tell y'all, yesterday was a very interesting day. A very, very interesting day. I had to end my day by walking the front yard training, a little bit of yoga slash martial arts together. And I was so, so grateful in that moment for Mr. Wise Shabazz, a great master teacher for sure. Um, that was, the private lessons that I took with him was my introduction to martial arts. And one of the things that he told me, the first thing when we started training, was that martial arts as a woman is something that, you'll rather have the skill and the ability to be able to defend yourself if you need to. You know, it's better to need it and not hold up. It's better to have the skill and not need it than to need it and not have it. And I was able to share that with a young lady in, the neighborhood yesterday that was walking last night while I was training and asked me, is that what I do? And I'm like, yeah, we had a little interesting conversation. She has four daughters and a son, and she was saying she basically wants to get her daughters trained. And I was like, oh, that sounds fun. Like, I would love to do something like that. I'm not necessarily what I would consider a martial arts teacher or yoga teacher or anything like that. This is just what I do for my own, you know, peace, sanity, um, and all that good stuff to release the stress from the day, because dealing with human beings come with that sometimes, And yesterday was one of them days. My whole work day, was affected by some work that was going on, construction wise in the neighborhood that had the water shut off. How I'm gonna do some hair with no water? So yeah, rescheduling. But I'm so grateful for great clients who were understanding, and you know, it all worked out. And here we go, a new day. Oh, hold on, come back. I ain't light my candle. We needs that. Also, while I'm doing this, moving around, I can still talk. But yeah, you know, humans. Let's talk about us, humans. So, what I've really recently discovered, in engaging with, humans more in the workplace and so forth, and just moving around in life. Some people, will think that you got all this money or something like that, because of the energy you carry, and how you carry yourself. and the things that you produce and create and all that. So they be thinking that you just got a whole vault of money sitting somewhere, and they gonna try and mess with you, and they gonna try and do stuff to get a response out of you, so you can whoop their ass and they can call the police and try and sue you. Don't fall for the trickery. That is my message that I'm starting out with today, because that's what I've been seeing, and I think it's cute. But over here we grown, so we focus more on beauty. We like beauty more than cute. Okay. Pretty Profitable Grooming is my newest project. I'm really excited about it. I'm working on securing studio space in which I will be filming from. Years ago, I had the idea of doing something called Makeover Mondays as a way to give back to mothers, especially single mothers who have gone through, some challenging times and are looking to restore their confidence or gain confidence, because some people never had it. And that's a real thing. That's why we do this here, for confidence enhancements, you know, by developing your intuition. That's a great skill, because when you know better and you trust in yourself better, you look outside of yourself less for um, guidance and insight. You look more or less for confirmation in your life experiences. So that is a powerful place to be, and to be able to do that, especially as a woman, um, and a young woman at that too, for the young ladies. So that's what I'm doing here with Pretty Profitable Grooming. My introduction to um, my career, my work, my purpose in life has been through the beauty industry. I've faced many obstacles, as far as going to school and being terminated from school almost at the end, completing most of my hours, and having to bounce back from that, and investing a lot of time and energy, losing money um, during that whole situation, and just dealing with the mental and emotional effects of that, and how that could play on one's confidence and self-esteem and so forth. So I've discovered quite a few people in my own industry, in the beauty industry, but also in like the healthcare industry, nurses and doctors and so forth, dentists and opticians, dermatologists, gynecologists. I've met and built relationships with professionals or inspiring professionals, people who started their program and was unable to finish for whatever reason. um, Life happens fast. So with this collection of experience and meeting and talking to all these people, we have a lot in common with our differences. As much as we look and try to be different, um, we have a lot of similarities. So with that being said, I'm here to highlight those similarities and the differences, and the differences, if needed, find healthy solutions, you know, so that we could coexist and work better together. Whether that's in the beauty industry, the health industry, the entertainment industry, um, wherever. I mean, I know men in more laborious laborers work, like mechanics and um, construction workers, and just all kind of different people in labor, in the in the workforce, in the work market. So life is real when it's real, for who it's real for. And I'm hoping that I can continue doing this to inspire and encourage people to um, keep growing, keep evolving through the obstacles and the changes that life will present us with, and keep being great. All right. But shout out to Wise Shabazz for being a great teacher. I took private lessons with him. And although me moving caused me not to continue that, I never forgot what I got from a foundational standpoint, lecture wise, and technique and skill in self defense. those are most definitely contributing factors to my confidence and, me knowing that I'm able to protect myself and defend myself if I need to and I have to, and I don't, handle that irresponsibly either. So that came from great teachings from him. Also, when it comes to beauty, um, I have some great clients, from all different walks of life that have done all kinds of, great work. And I'm going to start sharing them more, as I feel like they're okay with it. Um, because some people know that, I am a natural hair care specialist. So I've worked with people who have also um, had or been overcoming things like hair loss, alopecia, and so forth. Not all clients, all of my clients, but I've had many that was their challenge or concern, and being respectful and considerate of their privacy, I, didn't necessarily share them, and their pictures and so forth publicly, but we developed great relationships over the years. So I'm excited, to be sharing more stories and, all of us learning better about, health and beauty and, how to take care of our health and maintain our looks, better and safer, from the products and so forth that we use, um, the use of chemicals, making sure that we're doing that responsibly, um, and so forth. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and get into this pretty profitable grooming, pretty profitable grooming reading for today. I like that combination. I just saw the High Priestess with the Nine of Pentacles. When I was meditating this morning, I most definitely was thinking about, yesterday's obstacles and how they most definitely showed me how much I have grown and evolved, and that I am, you know, pretty grounded and balanced and flexible. You know, I do have room for improvement and growth in all of those areas, but for the most part, I'm grateful for how much I have grown. And I got to see that through yesterday's adversities and obstacles. Okay. All right. I encourage this type of reflection for everybody. You know, we're starting out here with the Three of Swords, the Ten of Swords. This is some heavy betrayal, heartbreak, mental exhaustion. We have the Eight of Wands. We have the Magician and the King of Cups. Yesterday, the King of Cups was actually in the position, in the first position here. So, what I'm getting here is there's been some type of personal growth and evolution here, where there might have been um, mental health issues, some self sabotaging behavior, um, repeated cycles of defeat. There's a progression and forward movement where someone is restoring their mental health and well being, subsequently becoming stronger emotionally, more emotionally intelligent, which makes them capable of managing their emotions better than they may have in the past. And they're taking their power back. So I'm getting some maturing divine masculine energy here. Some powerful masculine energy for sure. Again, King of Cups is represented by Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio astrologically. All right, so the Five of Cups, the Seven of Wands. Yeah, this was all yesterday's energy for sure. I can laugh about it because I most definitely released it, and training yesterday, you know, working out, praying, resting last night. The Ace of Wands, the Four of Swords, and the King of Wands. Ooh, 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 with the Six of Wands on the bottom of the deck. I love how, she on this horse with her afro popping, her back is straight with her red, you know, cloak, letting you know that, she is grounded, she is rooted, she is progressive, she is stable and secure and victorious, in whatever she put her hands on or in. And she has people around her, whether you can see them or not, that support her, champion her on, and they riding. All right, so we have the Five of Cups with the Seven of Wands, the Ace of Wands, the Four of Swords, and the King of Wands again. Um, let's read it this way: the Three of Swords crowning the Five of Cups is someone in um, toxic relationships. Um, they have an unhealthy relationship with themselves. They try to avoid um, addressing and healing, emotional disappointments, heartbreaks, you know, shots at their ego, shots that were taken at their ego when someone hurt their feelings versus sitting with and processing and trying to gain an understanding of what they're feeling, why they're feeling it, and subsequently, come up with solutions of addressing it so they won't continue feeling that. They instead suppress their feelings. And with the cups knocked down here, this may be drinking, this may be abusing alcohol, um, or some type of substance that keeps them from being clear in their minds and clear in their feelings. This could be someone who lost a love with the Two of Cups standing behind him. Um, it could have been a betrayal of some sort where, and I'm saying him, but I'm only getting that because we have the King of Cups with the King of Wands here. So I'm getting strong masculine energy. But this could be someone's story who is a woman, a female, okay? Because we do have that energy represented with the Six of Wands, that victorious energy there. So with that, um, someone has been challenged or forced to sit in their emotions and process their thoughts and feelings and be honest with themselves about how did they get here, and taking self accountability in, their part to play in this sadness, this depression, this disappointment, this guilt, this hurt. We have the Ten of Swords crowning the Seven of Wands. This is someone having to defend themselves. You know, um, this could be social media. This is the person who has, his phone in his hand, and looking at the comment section, you know, and feeling defeated with all the negativity, the judgment, the criticism that has come to them. So what I'm getting here is we learn we learn from our experiences. And whether it's social media, whether it's real life, because some people have nothing to do with social media or the internet. Surprisingly, that's a real thing. But I'm using that as a example because many people use social media, especially young people who are influenced by what they see and what people say. And if they don't know no better, if nobody's around them to teach them better, they just repeat and continue with what they've seen and learned. But anyway, with this being our current thing that got our attention, um we all have room to judge less, and look in the mirror and recognize that the things that we're projecting at another person, or the things that we see um, in another person, has more to do with us than it does that other person. So if you see another person and see them as, or look at them and be like, oh, that bitch, or oh, that whatever, excuse my language. That's a word that came up yesterday, and I'm like, I do not like calling people that, especially not no supposed to be grown man, but sometimes people will try you and it comes out. But with that being said, um, that's probably how this person feels and have probably said things worse. Um, so if you're a person in the position here, the peanut gallery, the ducks, you know, that are looking to get some breadcrumbs, to get a little bit of attention. Um, a word of advice would be, there's many, many productive ways one can use their time. We all have 24 hours in a day, and the best that we use those 24 hours to work on ourselves, the better we're able to show up in life, the better we see ourselves, and the better we see others. And for the individual who is in the public eye, or um, receiving the opinions, recognize that people are where they are in their journey, so they can only see you from you know where they can see their perspective, their perception in life. you know um if you've always lived on the bottom floor, you've never been you know on the rooftop, you haven't seen the same thing as a person from the rooftop, and vice versa. So with that being said, until you have the experience of the basement and the rooftop perspective, your perspective is limited. And that's where we gain a greater perspective through things like travel, through experiences like traveling and meeting different people, and having normal healthy conversations with people, and expanding healthy thoughts and ideas, and finding productive things to do with our time and valuable energy. And life starts to look and feel different. Okay? I'm not going to just look at, the problems that I see, in these symbols in comparison to real life. I'm going to provide solutions the best that I can. The Eight of Wands with the Ace of Wands is communication about a new, progressive, forward moving, expansive opportunity. This is something that one has potentially been waiting and working for simultaneously. Waiting and working for. You're not just sitting around you know praying and asking God when, and talking to God like, please send me this blessing that I need. You also moving forward towards those goals, towards those desires and that in which you're asking for, in putting effort, time, energy, hard work, and dedication, and belief into the work, that you're doing to meet God halfway. And with this hand coming out the cloud, that's the divine hand. That's the all knowing, all seeing hand, the one that you want, your opportunities and you know your experiences to come from. Now, whether that is, through supernatural, miraculous, experiences, or a human being bringing you those miracles, you know, it's going to look different for different people. Now, the magician crowning the Four of Swords, this is, I'm getting a couple different messages with this. Sometimes in life, you'll meet people, human beings, that have what they call a God complex, something like that. And they are very self aware, and familiar with, symbols and tools and how to manipulate, you know, different things to get different results. So, you know, that's not always a bad thing. It could be useful in, the realm of healing and, creating and innovation and just things like that. But it could also be negative, low vibrational, unhealthy, when someone is doing this from an egoic standpoint. They're ego driven in their materializations and their creations. Um, so when encountering, those type of people, you want to be careful because they are not the divine, and they may have, offers and opportunities, and um, different things that they want to, give you, but you need to be self aware and present enough, and secure in your being enough to recognize and discern, you know, who is who. And if this type of person allows the divine to use them, are they truly God centered? Are they going to have your best interests at heart? Another way I'm seeing this is someone resting and recovering, from creating and producing and manifesting. Someone who has been using their energy respectfully and responsibly, for sure. Um, they understand the importance of doing, working, but also resting and recovering and allowing their body and mind to regenerate naturally. Um, yeah, this is a really good energy here, um, on a high vibrational note. Now, with the King of Cups crowning the King of Wands, this could be two people working together. This could be two people, I'm getting working together because they're facing one another. If the King of Wands was crowning the King of Cups, then I would have seen rivals. They would have been, more than likely, well, more than likely rivals. They could also be brothers that have each other's back in this direction. The King of Wands is represented astrologically by the Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. and this is Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. So, with the King of Cups crowning the King of Wands, this could be OGs uniting, two powerful men that have different strengths, different levels of knowing about different things, different. They have a few differences, but they see the value in working together. The King of Cups is really emotionally grounded and stable. Um, he's nurturing as well when he can be, when he has time to be. But he most definitely nurtures um, anything that he cares about. He prioritizes his family for sure, and his significant other, wife, as if he has one, and children. Um, they are definitely priority. Um, a family man for sure. The King of Wands is a leader, a boss. He's always on the move, on the go. Um, he's creating things, and when I say things, as a king, that's businesses, that is organizations, that is um, useful services and products. Um, and when I say useful, because some people, we can create anything, but some things, for an example, like Steve Jobs, created Apple, the iPhone, something as big as that people use and will be using for a long, long time, and he hasn't been here for a long time. So I'm talking about, on that scale, that level of things being created. Also, they create, powerful children with that wine, for sure. Yeah. But these are people that are men that are working together for a common goal, and they're going to be able to achieve great things if they have not already. But they will continue to, because of the balance they have here with fire and water coming together. Two powerful elements. This could also be, in closing, one person who has been working on being more centered, more grounded and stable in their emotions, but also more progressive and forward moving at the same time. Taking time to reflect and heal mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically, and financially from any experiences that, you know, took away from, their quality of life. And that's being restored at this time, with the Eight of Wands crowning the Ace of Wands, with the Six of Wands. We got a lot of wands here. All right. So, Sophia, Divine Wisdom, number 48. and Morrigan, Death and Magic number 38 on the bottom of the deck. Let me grab this book real quick. All right, Sophia, Divine Wisdom number 48. The empowerment message today is: human wisdom comes from personal experience, but divine wisdom is unknown to our life experience. When we ask for help, we are asking for guidance from a source greater than us, a great unknowable mystery. When we receive it, it is often life altering and affects us in ways beyond our comprehension. The Gnostic goddess Sophia, who brought the material world into being, arrives to show you how fate and destiny operate in relationship to synchronicity. When you least expect it, opportunities and meetings spring up as if, excuse me, let me read that again. The Gnostic goddess Sophia, who brought the material world into being, arrives to show you how fate and destiny operate in relationship to synchronicity. When you least expect it, opportunities and meetings spring up as if out of nowhere. Your life begins to work out and you sense your alignment with a higher purpose and power. Trust you are divinely protected and directed. Practice the act of faith before results. This is an essential key in co creating your world. The alignment message: when you are disconnected from your higher power, you begin to believe that you alone are the source of abundance in life. It is wise to commit to a conscious and deliberate daily connection to a higher power. When you forget to do this, you may place too much attention on materialism, work, money, goals, and the like. The goddess Sophia reminds you that it's the spiritual aspect and the invisible aspect, the essence of your desires, that means more than the form. You may be mistaking something false for divine guidance right now. It's time to come back into alignment and receive true guidance divested from wishful thinking or ego attachments. Opening to the wisdom of the mystery of the universe is your alignment task now. Let the goddess Sophia guide you to your magic. The most meaningful and beautiful expression of yourself is waiting for you. All right, I like how that brought home everything I pretty much said for sure. It most definitely did. As far as the difference between um, a person, a human, operating from their ego, trying to offer you or, you know, be something or do something for you versus allowing God, the source, the creator, the most high, to be and do that for you. And being able to discern and know the difference, that is divine wisdom. That is wisdom, you know, discernment. All right. So I think that's all for us today on this beautiful Thursday. What's the date again? February 9th, 2023 is presently 7:46 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And get my mouse to work. This is episode 29 of a mentally elevated morning experience, pretty profitable grooming. If you like what you see here, you got a message that helped you, whether big or small, please show some love. Please, send some constructive, feedback and criticism if it's needed. Um, but I appreciate the engagement and insight from others. So the comment section, if it's open, you're welcome to do that. Also, the comment section is always available on the Empress Black Network at empressblack.com, where if you become a Black Card supporter, I look forward to engaging with you and, learning more about you, and, seeing how we could potentially work together if there's opportunities for that. Okay. I appreciate artists, creatives, um, different content creators, designers, just all those great creative people. So if we can work together, we'll be able to find that out there. Stay tapped in. I'm doing this Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. A good way to get my mind right, focus where it needs to be to start my day, and to be able to discern and see through confidently, the mess, so I can maneuver, pivot around it when needed. Okay? Have a phenomenal day, and peace and love.